You might think that a children's book illustrator lives in a world of fairy tales and make-believe, but at least one of them lives right here in Kansas City.
Doing a portrait of Mean Jean, the Recess Queen.
Behind every character in a fairy tale lies the real person who drew them.
I get the story like this.
Children's book illustrator Laura Huliska-Beith dreams it all up in her Kansas City studio.
I just always loved stories. Loved reading as a kid, loved art.
She eventually turned it into a full-time career at Hallmark before leaving more than a decade ago to do this.
All of these kind of end up being this girl here.
Bring the characters in children's books to life.
There's probably a lot more planning and thinking that goes into a children's book than most people would realize.
Her first book, called Bad Ideas, she also wrote.
Rollerblading with your dog, even though he was kicked out of obedience school.
Since then, she's mostly focused on drawing the illustrations for other authors' books. So far, at least 20 of them, including several national bestsellers.
Well, I think a big part of it is luck, being in the right place at the right time.
And a lot of talent. But even after all the success, she's still nervous when she sends her drawings to the authors.
Absolutely, because I want them to love it, you know, and I want them to be happy with the way I've envisioned their story.
Still, there's no more important critics than the children, the final judges on whether her stories turn into fairy tales.
And hopefully for kids, it lays the groundwork for curiosity and imagination and their own creativity.
And here's her most recent book right here. It's called Little Red Hot, playing off Little Red Riding Hood, of course. You can find all of her books pretty much on Amazon and in many bookstores. Check them out. A talented woman, Krista.